Jeff Keighley had a Gamescom opening night.
Ooh, ouch.
Now, we'll get into the Xbox One after this. So there was an Xbox One yesterday, and then this morning they had... Yeah, and then Jeff Keighley had his opening night. So I've picked out some of the highlights of it. It went for about an hour and a half, I think. So big old
it was
conference.
like 2 hours.
Yeah.
It was pretty long.
It was a lengthy thing.
It may have had some filler.
Overall, what did you think? I thought the first hour was, pretty good, pretty full-paced. And then the second hour, I think, just sort of lagged in the teeth a little bit.
Yeah, look, they came out swinging with some of their big stuff, which they probably should have spaced out a little bit.
Yep.
But they came out swinging with some of their big stuff. And then the last sort of, 45 minutes was kind of fillery, just little tacked on bits, which was a bit odd.
Yep.
And
then ending with Death Stranding Director's Edition.
All
right, we all know about my love for Kojima. Jeff Keighley probably loves Kojima more than me. I'm willing to admit that.
I don't even know if that's possible.
No, it very much is.
Why? Because he gets money from him?
Well, no, they're also like friends.
In
real life.
Okay.
But it's also, like I was listening to a podcast today and they were saying, a lot of this stuff is also very political. So, like, they could have ended it, and while there wasn't a lot there to end sort of like a big conference on, it may be that it was done as a favor. So when Kojima's new game comes out, you may have heard of it, Abandoned. I'm joking. Don't. I'm joking.
Internet crash.
So when Kojima's new game comes out, he might give the exclusive to Keighley in one of his shows.
No doubt whatsoever that that's what he's doing.
I do love what Keighley's doing with all these big events. So E3, Gamescom, and of course the Game Awards, which he's responsible for. He's doing these opening night things or these little, extravaganzas 3 or 4 times a year. And Keighley loves games.
Oh, this dude is like a child when it comes to games, which is cool because that passion for it comes out when he's out on stage as well.
Exactly. But yeah, anyway, let's get into some of the big announcements. The first one that came up is the Saints Row Reboot, which was heavily teased.
So I didn't know that this was Saints Row for the longest time watching this.
Oh, really?
No, it didn't gel that this is what it was.
Is it
right
because
then I'm like, oh, fuck, it's okay.
A reboot? Is that what threw you?
It just didn't strike me as a Saints Row game. I don't know if that's a bad thing or a good thing yet.
So I think the whole principle is that it's sort of like tech startups in Silicon Valley. It's like that, but for criminals.
Yeah.
So you're starting out as like a group of friends on the bottom level, and you're trying to work your way up.
Yeah, I saw that. And you're trying to like build your own empire, like self-made sort of thing.
Yeah. So here's how Deep Silver describes the new Saints Row. Quote, "As the future boss, with Nina, Kevin, and Eli by your side, you'll form the Saints and take on Los Patronos, the Idols, and Marshal as you build your empire across the streets of Santo Ileso and battle for control over the city. Ultimately, Saints Row is the story of a startup company. It's just that the business... oh, God, that's written horribly. It's just that the business the Saints are in happens to be crime."
So I've kind of always... I don't mind Saints Row. Like it's like GTA, but it's like a piss take version.
Yeah.
And so it's always been a lot of bit fun.
To start off with, they went kind of off the wall with like 3 and 4.
Oh, they get out of hell and they went crazy, man.
Yeah. Space? Were they in space?
I don't even be sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, this trailer was like amusing. I liked it. I liked the whole them stealing the car full of shit from the bad guys. The motorbike with this motorbike scene where he crashes the motorbike and then flips in the car is unreal.
Yeah.
You watch now that I've said that. Here we go. No.
I'm sure the podcast listeners will
love that as we're watching a trailer that they can't see.
Yep. Just go to hackthedino.com.
Oh, there you go. There it is right there. How cool is that?
I don't think that's how physics works.
Mate, have you ever played a video game? None of that's how physics works.
But yeah, overall, Floppy, you impressed with this?
I think I'm intrigued by it. I'll definitely check it out. What I don't like is I don't like watching the bit afterwards where it's the actors talking. No disrespect to the actors. They do a great job, but you can tell when they're really not super comfortable on stage.
Which is weird for actors.
Which is weird. Well, yeah, I don't know. It was odd. This one in particular was a little bit odd and it made me feel a little bit cringy. But yeah, the game itself, I'm definitely going to check it out. It looks fun. It looks crazy. Looks like leave your brain at the door. I'm
a big fan of that. Speaking of leaving your brain at the door, next we saw the latest from the XCOM team, Marvel Midnight Suns. Now, how much do you know about the Midnight Suns, Floppy?
Not much.
Okay, so the Midnight Suns, in the comics at least, in the 90s, were a team led by Blade, and it had Ghost Rider in there. It had some
Wolverine?
other people. No, he wasn't in it. But like basically, they were vampire hunters and supernatural hunters. Doctor Strange, I think, was in there from memory. Sort of like all the offbeat. So back in the 90s, a lot of the heroes that you love and enjoy today, they weren't very popular. Iron Man, Captain America, no one liked them.
No one gave a rat's ass. The Avengers were lame back then.
Yeah, Ghost Rider as well. Like,
Ghost Rider's always been lame.
No one cared about them. It was only until like Iron Man came out that sort of Tony Stark became the poster boy. Up until then, it was Spidey all the way. Anyway,
X-Men.
all your favorite Marvel characters, including the X-Men and Blade, are coming in March 2022. There's a worldwide gameplay demo coming out on September 1st. Braden left his little note here saying, fucking hell yeah, this is going to be my shit. Can't wait. The exact kind of different style Marvel games I've been wanting.
Wanting?
Yep.
Yeah, I kind of got vibes of like... I mean, I know it's more XCOM than what I was thinking, but it kind of reminded me of that Marvel Ultimate Alliance.
Yes. Yeah, very much so, I think.
Which I think I'd actually prefer, but...
Ultimate Alliance?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's basically what it is. So the team Fire Axis said that it's not like the XCOM games. Like it's not the same battle engine or anything like that. Yeah. It's its own thing. But you know, how much was Raving Rabbids like XCOM? Because I didn't play Raving Rabbids.
Oh, the Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle.
Yep.
Well, I haven't played much XCOM, but I played the heck out of Mario and Rabbids. That was cool.
Yeah. Supernatural Wolvie. And the lady you can see in the middle there, I think, is the Hunter, which is your character that you create and you can play as.
Yeah, so that's an original character, isn't it?
Yeah, so you can customize it.
Yeah.
Hunter is their name. So that looks really, really cool. It's been rumored for a long time. Be eager to check that out. One thing I am super eager to check out, and this announcement was cool as hell, is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge coming out April 2022. I was hoping... Really, really hoping to be this year, but no. So it's a throwback to the old Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles arcade game, and they announced you can play as April O'Neil. She beats people up with a microphone and a camera.
That's so cool.
Oh, man, I cannot wait for this game.
Did you get like Mad River City Girl vibes?
I did. You know what? I'm actually probably going to play as April.
Oh,
truth be
as
told.
if you wouldn't. Can I say, when Jeff Keighley came out and started to announce this, he said something that like we all know I'm immature, right?
No.
You've met me. I'll laugh at
Couple
poop
of
jokes. He said something like he's got his pizza and his manhole ready. I don't know if it was on purpose or not, but that was pretty funny.
But this game, my goodness, I cannot wait.
Yeah, this looks great.
Also, it's being published by the same team that did Streets of Rage 4.
Yeah.
So they've obviously got a really good eye for these types of games, and Streets of Rage 4 was excellent. I'm really, really hopeful for this game. I think it's going to be really, really cool.
So in the town, you can revive people with pizza, can't you?
Yeah.
In the chat, Townsy's put up there. He hopes that Usagi Jimbo ends up in it. That'd be cool.
Yeah,
have they talked about adding any other characters?
Don't know. I'm assuming DLC will be part of it.
Can you play as Splinter?
Popular enough? No, I think the only 5 characters now are the 4 Turtles and April.
Oh, okay.
Incidentally, have you been reading The Last Ronin?
No.
It's like a future Ninja Turtle storyline where all the turtles are dead apart from one, and he just carries each one of their weapons, and he's going into fight against Shredder's grandson, who's sort of taken over LA.
That sounds dark as heck.
It is. It is super dark, and you don't know which turtle it is. Ooh. And he talks to like his dead brothers. They come up as like ghosts and memories of his past, and then
I read the original Turtles comics not that long ago, and I've never read them before. And man, they are heaps darker than the cartoon I watched as a kid.
Well, for starters, the foot soldiers are actual soldiers. They're not robots or anything.
Yeah.
And they get killed.
And Shredder was like a drug dealing dude, man.
Proper bad guy. Speaking of bad guys, you won't find many in this next game.
That's not true. You'll find lots of them.
Lego Star Wars is out in 2022 now, Floppy. Yeah. I was really impressed with this trailer. It gave me the feels, but your fantasy critic is suffering another blow.
I don't even look at it anymore.
This looks great. This looks really cool.
So, Braden and I we both get frothy over Lego games. All of the Lego games, but more to the point, Star Wars.
Yep.
Star Wars was one of the first Lego games I played. It's awesome. I love them all. You can't die, for starters. Great. This one covers all 9 films. I think, I can't remember if it was in this thing here, but I think they're putting in, or it might be in DLC, Solo and Rogue One.
Yep.
I think.
And Mandalorian as well.
Mandalorian as well. Yeah, or maybe it wasn't Solo. Maybe
No, Solo's in it.
Solo, and Mandalorian. So that is just legitimately there. That is so much content. It's ridiculous. They've done them before as trilogies. So they did the prequel trilogy, they did the original trilogy, and then they brought out a Force Awakens one that was just on its own. All standout games. Like, they're all great games, but then to go back and do them all 100% from the ground up, I believe there's voice acting and everything in there, is just awesome. I cannot wait to play through this.
Hey, Jazz.
Yeah.
Yes. What do you think? Should I get this game?
Yeah.
Would you enjoy playing this game if I made you sit down in front of the PlayStation 5 and play it?
I wouldn't know what to do.
And when he says major, he means ask you nicely.
No,
Yeah.
I'd say get it. Because I know you'll play it. I won't play it.
No, you can play it.
You can play split screen co-op.
Yeah.
And you can't die.
It's a
Okay.
game where you can't die. You just fall to pieces.
I bought it to play with my kids, and now they don't play them anymore. I just play them.
Okay.
We also had some more footage from Sifu, which is coming out February 2022. Now, this trailer, a lot of people started to go, oh, it's not as good as I thought it was, and I think they're insane.
Yeah, these things look great, man.
Like, the whole idea behind it in that if you die, you age a couple of years in order to, like, go back and train and sort of get your level up so you can fight more people. I still think it looks great.
That's why I look so old, because I've actually died a few times and
Yeah,
aged.
certainly not your hair.
I'm actually 23.
Yeah, still a great game. Can't wait for it to come out. Bummer that we have to wait till like February, but it'll be worth the wait, I'm sure.
Man, better a late game than a broken game.
Oh, well, that is insanely true because of Yoldy Cyberpunk. Then we had the big announcements coming out, firing on all arms.
Oh, man. I wasn't actually expecting this. I was dead set. Didn't think they were going to bring this up.
So first we had the Halo Elite controller announced. Now, I was at a games place once. I think you were there as well, Floppy.
Possibly.
And I actually, for the first time, got to hold the Elite controller in my hand. My goodness, that is a good controller to have.
They're a nice controller,
How much
man.
are they? Like $300?
$250.
Yeah. How much is this special edition?
$250.
Oh, really? They haven't put a premium on
No,
it?
they've just put a paint job on it.
Wow.
Which I love, because half the time they put paint jobs and things and jack the price.
Yep.
This thing looks sweet. Like, I've got the Xbox One controller that was the Master Chief one, which is really cool. Same kind of color scheme, with the green, a little bit of gold and everything like that. This thing being Elite controller, man, it is sexy.
Yeah.
And the weight behind them and the fact that you can just sort of swap out your analog sticks, your D-pad to be either a cross or the circle one, and just the programmable buttons, things like that, man. These things are cool. They charge in that case.
Oh, they're charging the case?
Yeah, so you sit at the case. They've got this case that they sit in, which got some little like magnetic contacts in it, and then you pop in your old mate charge cable, and off you go.
Oh, that's cool.
It's so good.
Then they announced the Halo 20th anniversary Xbox Series X. And don't worry, everyone, it's already
really
sold out.
So this thing went up online and was gone in like 15 minutes.
Yep. Do you reckon they'll have another drop? Or because they did say it was limited.
I doubt it,
Yeah.
but you never know. When something goes that quick, you kind of want to go, we could totally sell more of
But I
this.
mean, this was announced at sort of 4:30 our time. So Australian people really didn't have a chance of even getting
Well, no,
a
because
sniff.
it didn't go up for online order in a lot of retailers until our business hours.
Oh, right. So it was
Yeah.
completely out of...
So I know a few retailers around here. Most of us, the common ones, didn't put it up on their websites for pre-order until like 9:30.
And how many fans do you reckon got it? And how many scalpers and bots do you think got it?
I'd say there's probably like 3 or 4 fans that got it, and resellers,
Just resellers?
more than likely.
That's really disappointing because things like this, like there's a lot of diehard Halo fans, and like Xbox are finally, coming out of the deep chasm they saw.
Looks pretty good.
Yeah, well, I've had people go that it looks ugly.
I think, yeah, but I kind of think the ugly looks pretty good.
Yeah, well, I'm a big fan of anything that's not a black box that sits under your TV. That's why I like the design of the PlayStation 5 so much, because
Yeah.
it's so just far out there and ridiculous. I love collecting things that are just super weird.
How do you feel about the current trend of things going up online for pre-order to be available to everyone, and what happens with them? end up in resellers. How do you feel about that?
Resellers?
No, just the whole thing in general. Like, I was having this conversation with a mate the other day, literally about this console, because he's missed out. We were talking about, what we should go back to, when they had a planned pre-order launch sort of night or day or something, where you have to go into a store, but you know about it in advance so that you can plan your day around it. You can get there, get in line, pre-order thing. It stops resellers from getting them.
Yeah, but
resellers are only going to get one.
Only problem there is that adds to your company's bottom line because you have to organise people to staff it. You have to
Of course it
organise,
does.
like, obviously security and whatnot. And, we're talking Microsoft and whatnot, so it's
Do
nothing
it during
to
the
them.
normal business hours.
But you know what I mean? Like, I can see why they don't do it because doing something for free is always better than paying for something. But it is getting ridiculous. They need to think
All
of a
that
way
happens is bots get them.
Yeah, and it's really not fair. And then the prices jump. And, Xbox technically don't really care because
They got their money.
they got their money. What do they care? And then you get these resellers who just jack up the price to ridiculous amounts, and it's hard
And
for
then
your average
sell a
person.
receipt.
Yeah.
Which is
Which you
nothing.
may or may not get.
Yeah, do you know what happened a number of years ago? You remember when Batman Arkham Knight came out?
Yeah, I remember this tale.
And there was a collector's edition that had a replica of the Batmobile from Batman Arkham Knight. It was really cool. It was supposed to light up and shit. And people pre-ordered them. Pre-ordered online. Sold their pre-orders online for stupid amounts of money. And then like a number of days just before it was supposed to be released, cancelled.
Ouch.
And you know what? If you're one of those people that's bought a receipt on eBay, you can't cash that back in for the refund because it's not your name on there. You can't refund that.
No.
You're done.
Done.
Don't buy from resellers. They might stiff you
Oh.
or get one up you.
Whoa. In fact, they'd probably have to stiff you to get one up you.
No one wants a limp up one up you.
So then Halo Infinite was announced for December 8th coming out.
I was guaranteeing this thing was not going to come out this year. I was so surprised.
Yep. Thank you, me, who has it in their fantasy critic. Because
Yeah,
I think
well,
it's, even though it's going to launch and it's
wank,
not going
wank.
to be completely, like, it'll be
No
finished.
co-op?
No co-op, single player story mode. And no, multiplayer is there? Or
Yeah,
isn't
multiplayer
there?
was there and single player was there, but no co-op.
Yeah, but no co-op at
weird.
launch. At launch. I think this is going to be one of those games that they keep adding to for a couple of years.
Yeah, I think
it
they
does
have
look.
to.
This trailer looked really cool.
Look, he's better than the last one we saw.
Oh yes, I'm very glad they took that year off and took their time with it.
Oh, yeah, man. Look, they did the right thing. They had to release this year, though, didn't
Yeah.
they?
Oh, totally. Like everyone was understanding last year, obviously with the global bastard still raging its wrath upon the world.
Yeah.
But they really need to get something out, and I'm really looking forward to playing this, especially after playing the first one a couple of weeks back.
Yeah, you'd never played it, had you?
No, I had played it, but it'd been
Oh.
like since it launched,
So
since I played it.
Have you played all of the campaigns for Halo?
No, I've only ever played Halo 1.
Man, Halo 2,
Yes,
Get
yeah,
on.
I hear that.
get on it.
I will be. That's on Xbox, original Xbox.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you can get it on Games Pass on your Xbox One or Xbox
really?
Series X because the whole Master Chief Collection's on there.
Yeah, you're right. I should sit down and do that.
We should play it co-op in a
Tell
stream.
you what, yeah. I tell you what. As soon as I've finished Ghost of Tsushima, I'll get right on it.
All right, I'll set my alarm for 2032.
Yep, because I've got Pokemon games coming out as
Oh,
well.
2037,
Yeah, cool. No, Pokemon games I burn through pretty quickly, actually.
2036.
Then we also had the announcement today of a Halo Infinite Collector's Edition. Just
Addiction.
Take a look, addiction.
Get one up,
Just have a look
yeah.
at this floppy. What do you think of this?
This
So you get the game, a still case, a $15
Xbox
voucher,
card.
a pin, and a blue suit.
All right, I'm going to use the immortal words of, may he rest in peace, Dan.
Yes.
That looks a bit rubbo.
$15 voucher.
I hate steel. Am I the only person that hates steelbooks? They don't fit on the
Yeah,
shelf.
no, I'm not a fan of them.
I don't like them.
Like, the only time I get them is when I pre-order a game I want, and they go, oh, this came with it. It's like, oh,
You'd be like, cool, I'll add
thanks.
it to the drawer.
Apart from Pokemon, because I have a problem with mainline series. I sort of need to get all the covers.
You just have a problem.
So that's rubbish, and hope that something better comes out for the collectors out there. But something that did come out today was the Horizon Zero Dawn 60 frame per second patch.
I'm super excited for this. Can I tell you why?
Yep.
I bought a new TV this week.
Oh, really? You didn't tell me that?
It's because I hadn't remembered. And it gets delivered tomorrow.
Oh, wow. So what are you getting? Like,
Oh, TV.
yeah, I know, but...
I'm getting... Oh, what's everyone can come around and rob my house?
Yeah.
No, I'm getting a Samsung 65-inch Neo QLED. So it's got because I got quite a bright lounge room. So I got these massive windows that sit right behind me that shine on my TV, even when you close the blinds. So brightness becomes a bit of an issue in during the day with glare and stuff like that. So I got this one that's got all these, every pixel has its own little mini LED that can adjust the brightness. Cool. Good, man. So I'm so keen. I'm finally going to have 4K because I have not had 4K ever.
No, nor had I until I got the TV that we're looking at right now.
And I've got a PS5 and a Series X and no 4K. Now I'm going to have 4K. I got 200 hertz, man.
You will be one 4K-ing happy dude.
Oh, man, I'm going to be 4K and all over the place.
Speaking of all over the place, not really. Horizon Forbidden West got a launch date, and it is February 18th, 2022.
Sooner than I thought it was going to be, which is excellent.
Really?
Yeah.
I still thought it was coming out December.
I'd kind of, even though I had this picked, I think, in one of our things, had succumbed to the fact that it was not going to be till like April.
Yeah.
Which is fine. It is when it is. So I was surprised when they said February. That's awesome.
Yeah. Glad that they're taking their time with it. Luckily, I took heed of Jason Schreier's rumors and deleted it from my fantasy critic very, very quickly, so I didn't lose those points.
I really got to start remembering to look at that thing. There's no point now.
And then, of course, we finished it off with the Death Stranding Director's Cut, which we talked about briefly at the start of this little segment. Yep, it's upgraded, up-resed, additional things we've talked about on previous shows. You get a race course, you get catapults to throw parcels everywhere, you can race cars, you can walk around. It's Kojima. I mean, it's like, I think, $15 for the upgrade for the PS5, Australian.
Something like that.
I'll probably get it eventually, but I mean,
I've still never been able to stay interested past the first 45 minutes.
Yeah, I played maybe 5 hours of it.
Man, okay, that's a fair hack.
Yeah, well, it's Kojima. I thought I owed it to him.
Yeah,
I got up to Troy Baker, meeting him, and then that was. But it does look, I can imagine it looked very pretty. And Kojima edited this trailer himself. So everyone should go out there and watch it out of respect to Kojima.
How can he physically carry that? That is ridiculous.
Oh, he's Norman Reedus. How can he jump like that? He's got jetpacks on.
That's how.
So I did a little list of what we have to look forward to.
This is unreal.
Early 2022. So up until about March, the first quarter of 2022. We have got coming out Elden Ring, Ghostwire Tokyo, Horizon Forbidden West, Lego Star Wars Skywalker Saga, Pokemon Legends Arceus, Marvel's Midnight Suns, Nobody Saves the World, Rainbow Six Extraction, Saints Row, Salt and Sacrifice, Sifu, Stray.
Is Stray the one where you're a cat?
Yes.
Cool. Save that for later.
Yeah, so we're running a little bit long in the tooth, so I'm just going to skip Braden's thoughts, most of them, but there's a couple that I will say. So Braden said, started strong, then was a massive waste of time. This is the comment that I liked. Quote, Braden, how many fucking shooters were there? Oh my god, insert bad name here, season, insert number here, is free to play and coming, insert month of 2022 here. Jeff Keighley is slowly turning into looking like a Canadian Peter Capaldi.
Boot.
And we'll skip that last comment. But yeah, overall, I think that was a really, Gamescom has really hit it out the park this year. I'm very impressed. I think it was actually better than E3 this year.
I do too. I think it was more streamlined.